What's up, guys? Daniel at DLifeHD, and this week on Apple Arcade we got a ton of surprises, so we're gonna go at this a little differently than usual. We usually have updates to games we talk about. Well, this week Apple released a ton of new games, and it would take us forever to go through the new games and the updates, so we're just going to go over the new games and do a quick review of the new games from last week. With that said, let's get on with the show. First, let's go over the most noteworthy games that were released. Apple released a batch of games that consists of new games, premium games that were once released on iOS, and some games that were once free-to-play that have now been stripped of all the free-to-play nonsense. Let's go over all the noteworthy games. The games that were premium that are now accessible across all Apple platforms that have controller compatibility are The Oregon Trail, Badland, Chameleon Run, Fruit Ninja, Monument Valley, Reigns, Room 2, and Cut the Rope Remastered. If you've ever dreamed of playing Fruit Ninja with a controller, well, I wouldn't recommend it personally, but it's your choice and your chance. I wonder if you can play it in motion controlled with the Apple TV controller. Maybe that's a thing, I don't know. Star Trek Legends was once a game that was completely free to play, but has now been stripped of all the in-app purchases. Is it worth playing now? If you like turn-based RPGs and are a fan of Star Trek, it might be worth it as it has really cool graphics and a pretty good story to go through. Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of all these, because I'm telling you, Apple really outdid themselves here. First, let's begin with NBA 2K21, because it's the game that I have the most beef with. Like the fun? Meat, potatoes, beef, never mind. Let's just keep on going. While 2K21 works on the Apple TV, it's only running at medium settings, so the amount of jaggies and low-res textures on a big screen now become exponentially obvious. Though on the iPhone 11 and 12, running on ultra high, it looks really nice. It has no shot meter, so it's tough to gauge when to shoot. Most glaringly obvious, it has no in-game commentary, which 2K has struggled with in the previous editions of the game. Hopefully they find a way to remedy that issue in an update, but my largest issue with the game is that it has no way of playing a season or franchise with your team unless you create a player. I do not want to create a player, 2K. I don't want to play online, I just want to play a season with my team. It's too bad that this one doesn't have it, because all the previous ones did. Up next is what's probably the best sports game on the App Store now, and that's Clap Hands Golf. This one is from the creators of Everybody's Golf. I played a ton of golf games on mobile, including the old GameLoft golf games that were released back in the day, and this one is on a whole new level of quality and refinement. The graphics are great, the gameplay is really fun, and the characters each have their own personality, so it's really cool to go about collecting them. I'm really addicted to this one, and I highly recommend it. Fantasian is next. If you're looking for a great turn-based RPG along the lines of Octopath Traveler or Final Fantasy, this is the way you definitely want to go. This game is built off of dioramas, and I'm telling you, it looks absolutely gorgeous, and I can't wait to dive deeper into it. The story seems really good, the music is great, and the gameplay is top-notch. This one is definitely a service seller for Apple Arcade. If you were ever looking for a game like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker on mobile, Wonderbox is where it's at. The game starts with you creating your player, and you play through the game searching for quote-unquote the heart of adventure. You do this by leading your character through puzzles, rotating the scenery, zooming in and out. Remind you of something yet? Yep, this one is much prettier looking than Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Try it out, because it's amazing. Last but definitely not least is World of Demons. This one is from Platinum Games, the same people that created the Bayonetta series. If you love hack and slash, this one is an absolute must play. It has the same art style as Okami, but gameplay is interesting in the way that they went about creating it. Finally, the Hitchhiker. This is a narrative adventure game based mostly on combos, so this kind of reminds me of NeoCab in that aspect, except for in this one you have more freedom to look around the car for items, and there are puzzles on what you find outside the window and in your car as well. The game kind of reminds me of the Christmas Carol because you have to go through several drivers before you get to the truth of what you're actually looking for. So instead of 3 spirits, you have drivers that are kind of leading you to the truth. The graphics have clipping, there's popping here and there, but all in all, it's a great game. The voice acting is really great, the characters have depth and complexity. This one is definitely D-Life HD approved. Alright guys, that's all for today. Thanks for watching. Let us know your thoughts on this week's games and updates. Let us know what you're playing in the comments below. We love talking to you guys. You can also talk to us even more in our Discord server. Info will be in the video description. And remember to like and subscribe for more videos like these. Lastly, check out our Twitter account for gameplay of the latest releases. But most importantly, remember to always stay one.